Denis Washington is a classic, old-fashioned, rags to riches kind of guy. And I remember him telling me that the one thing he wanted to be remembered for is the guy who made his money the old-fashioned way. You know, he operated machinery in Alaska, he worked construction with his uncle, and then he borrowed $30,000 from Caterpillar and started his own kind of highway construction business. These days, all of his businesses are in things like copper mining and transportation and railways. I really wanted to see Denis Washington's yacht. He had spent a lot of time and money refurbishing it, and nobody had ever been on board to see, you know, the changes.
It took a lot of engineering. We probably had 10 engineers here. It was a project. It's like a lot of problems, time and money.
How many hours did you spend on it the days you were here?
A lot. It's 4 years, the project. Probably 3 1/4 of those years was about 225 people. We had Diana Yachts. They were the original engineers. They worked on it. Ray Johnson had a team on it.
This is a guy who likes machinery, whether it's construction machinery or, you know, barges, and yachts is kind of fitting. He likes the freedom to basically be able to do whatever the heck he pleases. And, you know, he has a good time doing it.
I set out to with Attessa, with the different boats I've done, what I thought would be the ultimate family boat. That's where we've broken up all the hallways with doors and tried to make every room an experience to where you could not get bored if you were sitting out someplace. You could eat in different places and have a great gym, spa, and just make it fun for family and friends.
Denis told me that he did not want to discuss how much the yacht cost or how much he spent because he considered that crass. Now, while he'll spend the money, he doesn't want to be known as the person who puts the price tag on. I spoke to a lot of people, and the best guess I have for the cost of the yacht initially was $50 million, and he probably spent about $200 million more refurbishing the yacht.
I was, God blessed, at a very young age of loving anything that's got engines or, you know, airplanes, boats, cars, whatever it may be. That I've just always enjoyed working around machinery. I used to like airplanes to work on, but they're too hard to work on because of all the stringent government safety rules, which are proper to have. So I kind of wound up doing, not nuts about doing buildings, but I like to do boats. I really enjoy it.
As soon as Denis Washington found out that I was coming, he wanted to show me just about every project he'd ever worked on. And after much negotiating, we settled on 2 other places in addition to the yacht, including his Christian camp in Antelope, Oregon, where he spent $60 million refurbishing and redoing and basically building this cool camp for kids. And then he also took me to his fishing lodge in Stewart Island, British Columbia, which is magnificent as well. So I went from Newark to Seattle, Seattle to Antelope, Oregon, Antelope, Oregon to Vancouver, British Columbia. We then took a small plane to the harbor in Vancouver waterfront. From there we flew to Stewart Island in British Columbia, and then we did it all back again, and I arrived back in Newark about 36 hours later. I got to spend my first night on a yacht, and he has these 4 guest rooms where he's basically thought about everything. Everything is remote control. The shades, the TV, the heat. I think the thing that is most unique about it is just how every single detail has been thought of, and it's truly magnificent. It's almost more like an amazing home than a yacht. He's got these beautiful Gucci stainless steel lounge chairs on the different decks throughout the yacht.
I think the one thing that nobody can deny this boat is the fine construction of the boat. It was, you know, that's why I bought it. It was not a very good looking boat. It was all wired by Kaiser, the people that do Fedship, and Dutch engineered. Well, I think the construction of the boat, I think besides the design, if you like the design, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But it's just a great machine.